Sani Pass, the gateway to the kingdom in the sky. Winding its way through the rugged mountain terrain, Sani Pass is not just a road, it's a journey into the heart of Lesotho, a land where earth and sky collide. Known as one of the most challenging and breathtaking drives in Africa, Sani Pass rises sharply from South Africa into the highlands of Lesotho, offering jaw-dropping views of the surrounding valleys and peaks. In your travel 4K footage, begin with sweeping aerial shots as the road snakes its way up the mountainside, cutting through thick mists and wild grasses that dance in the wind. Show the steep drop-offs and the sense of isolation as the path becomes narrower, the landscape more desolate. Capture the small, dusty vehicles navigating the rough terrain, with snow-capped peaks looming in the distance, their white tops touching the heavens. But this road isn't just about adrenaline, it's a connection to the people and the land. Along the way, stop to film the traditional Basotho villages, where stone huts blend into the landscape like ancient whispers. At the top of the pass, the sense of accomplishment is palpable. The highlands of Lesotho unfold like a vast, untouched kingdom. Ask your viewers, what does it mean to stand at the edge of the world, where land and sky merge into a single horizon? And when you reach the top, what do you leave behind, fear or wonder? Malatsunian Falls, nature's majestic curtain. Plunging from a height of 192 meters, Malatsunian Falls is a spectacular natural masterpiece that can't be ignored. Located near the town of Semenkong, this towering waterfall is one of Lesotho's most iconic landmarks, its thundering waters cascading down the cliffs with the force of 1,000 whispers. In your travel 4K film, let the camera follow the dramatic descent of the water, capturing every drop as it crashes into the pool below. The surrounding landscape is wild, with jagged rocks and lush green vegetation contrasting sharply with the barren mountain slopes. As the mist rises from the base of the falls, it creates a mystical aura, as if the very air carries the spirit of the land. Malatsunian is not just about size, its beauty lies in its raw power and serenity. Let your travel 4K footage linger on the rainbow that often forms in the mist, as if the waterfall itself is painting the sky. Film the surrounding cliffs, where birds circle above and the occasional local herder can be seen moving quietly across the landscape. Ask your viewers, in the face of something so powerful, do we find fear or peace? And what do we learn when nature reveals its purest form? Lesotho Highlands, the kingdom in the sky. The Lesotho Highlands are not merely a geographical region, they are a realm of their own, where the mountains are as vast as the sky and the people's spirits as strong as the land they inhabit. This area is a land of breathtaking beauty, with rolling green hills, rugged cliffs, and endless skies that stretch beyond the horizon. In your Travel 4K documentary, capture the endless undulating slopes that form the backbone of the kingdom, each fold in the land revealing more beauty. Show the small traditional Basotho villages, where stone huts are nestled against the mountainsides and cattle graze on the lush grass. The highlands are a place where life is lived at altitude, both physically and spiritually. As the sun sets, cast a golden glow over the land, creating long shadows that stretch across the land. Let your Travel 4K lens focus on the people, their faces marked by the sun and wind, their eyes filled with a quiet pride and deep connection to the land. Ask your viewers, what does it mean to live at the top of the world, where the air is thin and the mountains are endless? And when the land becomes a part of who you are, what does that mean for the future? Katse Dam, a modern marvel in a majestic landscape. In the heart of the Lesotho Highlands lies Katse Dam, a stunning feat of modern engineering nestled between towering mountains. Completed in 1997, Katse Dam is the largest of its kind in Lesotho and serves as the centerpiece of the country's water supply system. Surrounded by jagged peaks, the dam's turquoise waters reflect the sky and mountains, creating a tranquil yet awe-inspiring scene. In your travel 4K documentary, begin with aerial shots of the dam's colossal structure, highlighting the contrast between its sleek, man-made precision and the raw natural beauty that surrounds it. Show the green fields below and the rushing waters flowing from the dam's spillways, transforming the landscape below. But Katsay is more than just a dam, it is a lifeline for the country, feeding water to South Africa and providing energy to the region. Your travel 4K footage should capture both the technical marvel and the natural beauty surrounding it. Rivers winding through valleys, mist rising over the water, and the sound of nature interrupted only by the distant hum of machinery. Ask your viewers, how does a modern marvel blend with the land it serves? And in a world where human ingenuity and nature coexist, how do we find balance? 6. Moatlong, the gateway to the highlands. Moatlong is the gateway to the heart of Lesotho's rugged highlands, where the land rises to meet the sky and the sense of isolation feels almost sacred. Situated in the northeastern part of the country, Moatlong is a small town surrounded by dramatic mountain landscapes, streams, and valleys. In your travel 4K documentary, start with wide shots of the town nestled in a valley, with the towering peaks of the Drakensberg Mountains rising in the background like ancient sentinels. Show the quiet streets, the daily life of the local herders guiding their flocks through the hills, women walking along mountain paths with baskets on their heads, and children laughing as they play under the vast sky. Capture the striking contrast between the peaceful town and the wild, untouched nature surrounding it. As the sun sets, film the sky turning golden and the mountains casting long shadows across the landscape. Moatlong is more than a place, it's an experience. A connection to nature so pure and deep it feels almost timeless. Ask your viewers, in a place this far from the world, can you hear your own thoughts more clearly? And when you stand at the edge of such beauty, how does it change you? Selene National Park, where silence reigns. Selene National Park, located in the southeastern part of Lesotho, is a land of untouched beauty, where the air is thin, the sky endless, and the silence profound. In your travel 4K documentary, begin by capturing the vastness of the park, the wide, sweeping grasslands dotted with rugged mountains, and the crystal-clear streams that wind their way through valleys. Selene is a place where nature reigns supreme, and the land seems to be a sanctuary for rare plant and animal species. Your lens should follow the wildlife, the herds of zebra and antelope grazing peacefully, the raptors soaring high above, and the elusive mountain frogs hiding near the stream. The park is known for its remarkable flora, including the delicate alpine flowers that bloom in the spring, and its deep caves and rock formations, which have a mysterious allure. Let your travel 4K footage capture the stillness of this land, the quiet that fills every corner, the wind that sings softly through the tall grasses, and the sun casting shadows over the unspoiled landscape. Ask your viewers, what happens to a place when it's left untouched by time? And in a world so loud, can we ever truly hear silence like this? Royal village of Taboshu, where kings walked. Perched atop a flat-topped mountain, the royal village of Taboshu is one of the most important historical sites in Lesotho. Once the stronghold of King Moshoeshoe I, the founder of the Basotho Kingdom, Taboshu is a symbol of resilience, strategy, and leadership. In your Travel 4K documentary, capture the imposing presence of the mountain as it rises from the surrounding landscape, offering a commanding view of the valley below. Film the stone fortifications that once protected the king and his people from invaders, the ancient pathways where kings and warriors walked, and the peaceful plains below where battles were fought. As you move through the village, show the traditional stone huts that still stand today, blending seamlessly into the land. The history of Taboshu is alive in the earth itself, in the stones, and in the memory of those who fought and lived here. Your Travel 4K footage should focus on the contrast between the wild beauty of the mountains and the quiet reverence of the place. Ask your viewers, what does it mean to stand where kings once stood, where history was written in the landscape? And in the shadow of such power, how do we find our own place in the world? The Sentinel Peak, a view from the top of Lesotho. Rising above the Golden Gate Highlands, the Sentinel Peak offers one of the most stunning views in Lesotho. This dramatic peak is the crown jewel of the Maluti Mountains, offering panoramic views of the surrounding valleys and ridgelines. In your Travel 4K footage, start with a wide shot of the mountain rising against the sky, its sheer rock face standing tall above the surrounding landscape. Show the journey to the summit, where hikers ascend through winding paths and rocky terrain, each step drawing them closer to the sky. As you reach the top, let your camera capture the breathtaking view fields of green stretching out beneath you, rivers glinting in the distance, and the distant peaks rising like sentinels in the fading light. The silence up here is profound, broken only by the wind and the occasional bird of prey soaring above. Your travel 4K lens should focus on the tranquil beauty of the summit, the feeling of standing at the edge of the world. Ask your viewers, what does it feel like to stand on top of a land that feels endless? And when you reach the top, what do you discover, peace or awe? Hakome Caves, ancient shelters of the Basotho. Hakome Caves are not just a geological wonder, they are a living testament to the resilience of the Basotho people. These ancient caves, carved into the side of a mountain, served as dwellings for the early inhabitants of Lesotho, offering shelter from the elements and protection from invaders. In your travel 4K footage, start with wide shots of the caves nestled high against the mountainside, their entrances framed by the jagged peaks of the surrounding terrain. These caves are more than just shelters, they are a direct link to the past, where families lived for generations, cooking, sleeping, and raising their children in the shadows of these natural stone walls. Your travel 4K camera should linger on the cave interiors, showing the faded markings on the wall symbols that have survived for centuries. The landscape surrounding Hakome is as wild as it is beautiful, with rolling hills and rivers that echo the voices of those who lived here long ago. Ask your viewers, what does it take to make a home out of stone and silence? And when you live in the shadow of such history, how do you preserve what matters most? Lifopang Cave, echoes of the ancients. Deep in the hills of Lesotho, Lifopang Cave holds secrets older than time itself. Known for its rock art, this sacred site offers a glimpse into the spiritual and cultural practices of the early inhabitants of the region. In your travel 4K film, start with sweeping shots of the cave's exterior, its jagged entrance framed by towering rock formations and surrounded by the windswept plains. As your camera moves inside, you'll find yourself in a space that feels timeless, as if the past is waiting to tell its stories. The walls of Lifopang are adorned with ancient painting symbols and figures that have survived centuries of erosion and weathering. These rock paintings offer insight into the beliefs and rituals of the Basotho ancestors, and the significance of the cave is profound, both spiritually and historically. Your travel 4K footage should focus on the intricate details of the artwork, the animals, human figures, and geometric shapes that have withstood the test of time. Film the quiet reverence that fills the cave, where modern visitors can feel the weight of centuries of history. Ask your viewers, what does it mean to touch the past in a place where time stands still? And when history is painted on stone, can it ever be forgotten? Maseru, capital city, the heart of Lesotho. Maseru, the capital city of Lesotho, is a blend of modernity and tradition, where the vibrancy of African culture meets the rhythm of urban life. In your Travel 4K documentary, begin by capturing the energy of the city streets' bustling markets, the vibrant colors of fabrics, the sound of conversations spilling from cafes, and the steady pulse of daily life. The city is framed by the majestic Maluti Mountains, their peaks just visible in the distance, grounding the urban sprawl in nature. Show the contrast between the sleek new buildings that have risen in recent years and the traditional Basotho homestone huts with thatched roofs that still dot the surrounding countryside. Your Travel 4K footage should focus on the people, their smiles and warmth, the stories they tell, and their connection to both the land and their heritage. Capture the landmarks of Maseru Royal Palace, the National Museum, and the lively markets. There's a quiet pride in the air, a feeling that the city is still growing but never forgetting its roots. Ask your viewers, what makes a city truly alive, the buildings or the people who call it home? And in a place where history and progress meet, how does the future feel? Bong Nature Reserve, the tranquil heart of Lesotho. Tucked away in the highlands of Lesotho, Bong Nature Reserve is a sanctuary of peace and unspoiled natural beauty. Surrounded by the Maluti Mountains, this reserve offers a pristine escape into the heart of Africa's wilderness. In your Travel 4K film, begin with wide shots of the rolling hills, where the landscape stretches endlessly under the vast African sky. Show the stillness of the waters of the Bong Dam, reflecting the towering cliffs above. Your Travel 4K footage should capture the harmony of the placards of wildebeest grazing peacefully in the open meadows, baboons and rock hyraxes scampering through the rocky outcrops, and birds soaring high above in the cool mountain air. The reserve is not just about the animals, it's about the feeling of being completely at one with the land. The air here is fresh, the atmosphere serene, and the beauty breathtaking. Capture the silence of the land, where every wind-blown leaf and every distant call of a bird adds to the sense of timelessness. Ask your viewers, what does it mean to walk through a place that feels completely untouched by the world? And in the quiet of nature, what do we find of ourselves? Molimo Enthus Waterfalls, a hidden jewel of Lesotho. Molimo Enthus Waterfalls is one of the most stunning hidden gems in Lesotho, a cascading ribbon of water that tumbles over the edge of a rocky cliff and disappears into the lush valley below. In your travel 4K footage, start with wide shots of the waterfall's dramatic descent, its white foam contrasting sharply with the surrounding green of the valley. Show the tranquil beauty of the landscape, the lush vegetation, the birds fluttering through the trees, and the sense of serenity that surrounds the falls. The power of the waterfall is evident in its roar, but the place feels calm, as if nature is holding its breath in awe of its own creation. Let your travel 4K lens focus on the mist rising from the base of the falls, creating a magical atmosphere where rainbows often form in the sun's embrace. Molimo Enthus isn't just a place of beauty, it's a place of mystery and wonder, where the sounds of water and wind become the symphony of the land. Ask your viewers, what does it mean to find a place where nature itself seems to pause? And when you stand before a force so pure, how do you leave unchanged? Thabosu, the Mountain of the Night. Thabosu, meaning Mountain of the Night, stands as a solemn sentinel over the history of Lesotho. This flat-topped mountain is not just a geological wonder, it is a symbol of the resilience and spirit of the Basotho people. Situated just outside Maseru, Thabosu has long been a stronghold and a spiritual center, known as the site where King Moshoeshoe I established the Kingdom of Lesotho in the 19th century. In your travel 4K documentary, begin with sweeping shots of the mountain rising against the sky, its flat summit outlined by the fading light of the day. The surrounding land, with its patchwork of fields and small villages, looks peaceful, almost untouched. But this was once a place of defense, where the Basotho king and his people stood their ground against invaders. The mountain's fortifications, rising walls of stone, speak of a time when survival depended on the land. Let your travel 4K footage focus on the ruins of the fortress, the echo of history that still whispers in the wind. As the sun sets, film the mountain turning dark, its silhouette strong against a sky full of stars. Ask your viewers, what does it mean to find strength in the land itself? And when history is carved into stone, does it ever truly fade away? Quithing, the gateway to Lesotho's southern beauty. Located in the southern part of Lesotho, Quithing is a small but stunning district known for its peaceful atmosphere, picturesque landscapes, and rich cultural heritage. In your travel 4K footage, begin with sweeping views of the rolling hills, the fertile plains dotted with traditional Basotho villages, and the winding rivers that cut through the land. The region is known for its natural beauty, with breathtaking mountain views and lush, green valleys that contrast beautifully with the surrounding highlands. Capture the simple, yet vibrant life of the people here as they cultivate the land, tend to their herds, and live in harmony with the rhythms of nature. Your travel 4K lens should focus on the deep connection between the people of Quithing and their environment, how they live with the land, how they nurture it, and how it nurtures them in return. The region is peaceful, almost untouched, with a timeless quality that makes it feel like a step back in time. Ask your viewers, what does it mean to live in a place where nature remains undisturbed, where time moves slower, and every horizon feels within reach? Selene National Park, the wilderness of the Maluti Mountains. Selene National Park is the essence of Lesotho's untamed beauty, located in the heart of the Maluti Mountains. This vast park is a place where rugged terrain and lush vegetation collide, offering a haven for wildlife and adventurers alike. In your travel 4K film, start with panoramic shots of the park's dramatic landscapes, forests of pine and native trees, rushing rivers, and rugged cliffs that seem to touch the sky. Show hikers making their way through dense forests, the sound of their footsteps muffled by the thick undergrowth. Selene is home to a variety of wildlife. Zebra, wildebeest, and the elusive mountain leopard capture the peaceful beauty of the land, where animals roam freely and the air is filled with the scent of pine and wildflowers. Your travel 4K footage should showcase the park's variety, from its serene valleys to its steep mountain slopes, where snow-capped peaks rise above in winter. This is a land where nature's power and beauty are on full display. Ask your viewers, what happens when you step into the wild, into a place where every corner holds the unknown? And how do you find peace in a place that refuses to be tame? Liribe, the crossroads of Lesotho's culture and tradition. Liribe, located in the north of Lesotho, is a vibrant town where the rhythms of modern life meet the rich cultural traditions of the Basotho people. In your Travel 4K documentary, begin with the bustling streets of Liribe, where traditional Basotho homes made of stone are nestled alongside small shops, markets, and schools. Capture the faces of the people, whose eyes hold stories of the land, and the movement of daily life, a market full of colorful goods, women selling traditional hand-woven blankets, and children playing in the dusty streets. Laribe is known as the gateway to the northern regions, with stunning landscapes of valleys and plateaus surrounding it. Show the transition from town to countryside, where lush fields are divided by streams and forests, and the land hums with the sound of life. Your travel 4K footage should capture the essence of the people, their warmth, their laughter, and their deep connection to the land they call home. Ask your viewers, what does it mean to live in a place where tradition is still alive, where past and present dance in rhythm? And in a world of constant change, how do we hold on to the things that define us? Moatlong Mountains, a majestic barrier between heaven and earth. The Moatlong Mountains rise high in the northeastern part of Lesotho, creating a dramatic landscape that feels like a barrier between the heavens and the earth. In your travel 4K film, capture the grandeur of these towering peaks that stretch into the sky, their snow-capped summits standing proudly above the surrounding valleys. The rugged terrain and steep cliffs make this area a challenge to navigate, but the reward is worth the effort. Show the winding paths that lead into the mountains, where the land is untouched and the air is pure. Your travel 4K lens should capture the sweeping beauty of the landfields of wild grasses swaying in the wind, rivers flowing through deep gorges, and herders guiding their sheep through the hills. The sense of isolation here is palpable, and the silence feels sacred. As the sun sets, the peaks are bathed in golden light, casting long shadows that seem to stretch forever. Ask your viewers, what happens when you stand at the edge of the world, where only the wind speaks and the mountains keep their secrets? And in a place where time feels slow, what part of yourself would you leave behind? A frisky mountain resort, a snowy escape in the heart of Africa. Nestled in the Maluti Mountains of Lesotho, a frisky mountain resort is an unexpected treasure and alpine paradise in the heart of southern Africa. In your travel 4K film, begin by capturing the stunning contrast between the snow-covered slopes of Afriski and the dry, warm desert landscapes of the surrounding region. The resort offers a variety of activities from skiing and snowboarding in the winter months to mountain biking and hiking in the summer. Let your travel 4K lens follow thrill seekers carving their way down the slopes, while others relax in cozy lodges, enjoying the crisp mountain air and the view of the surrounding peaks. Afriski is not just a resort, it's a unique experience where Africa's warm heart meets the thrill of snow-covered peaks. Film the festive atmosphere, the laughter of families and friends coming together in the lodge after a day on the slopes, the crackling of fires and the warmth of hot chocolate. Ask your viewers, what if the African mountains weren't just about heat and desert? What if, right here, snow and adventure existed side by side with the spirit of the land? Felindaba Waterfalls, nature's hidden symphony. Tucked away in the heart of Lesotho, Felindaba Waterfalls is a peaceful yet powerful testament to nature's unhurried beauty. Set amidst rocky cliffs and vibrant greenery, this hidden gem offers a serene escape from the world. In your travel 4K documentary, begin with sweeping aerial shots of the waterfall, nestled in a secluded valley, where the water cascades from a height of several meters, crashing into the calm pool below with a rhythmic force. The sound of rushing water echoes through the valley, blending with the whispers of the wind and the rustling of leaves. Capture the mist rising from the base of the waterfall, creating a natural rainbow on sunny days. Let your lens move close, showing the delicate patterns of water droplets catching the light. The surroundings are lush with moss-covered rocks and vibrant ferns, making the scene feel timeless. The landscape seems untouched, as if the falls have been here for centuries, untouched by the rush of modern life. Film the moment of calm when visitors stop to sit and reflect, their faces illuminated by the soft light filtering through the trees. Ask your viewers, how does nature speak when it is left undisturbed? And when you stand in the shadow of such beauty, what do you hear, silence or symphony?